Welcome viewers, and thanks to all who watched my very first episode of Eating on the Spectrum. Before we get into this episode, I decided not to do breakfast. Next we'll do some scene setting around sugar and carbs before we have breakfast. Now, all you got to know me and understand why I'm here, to share experiences, what worked and just what didn't. But the most important message I can get across to you all is food choices and how it affects us. I know we all have our reasons and the whys, we eat certain foods, etc. But for the neurodiversity community, it's a whole different ballgame. So before I start, I must say, this is not medical advice or dietary, just sharing what I've experienced. Well, let's get into this episode all about sugar. So this is very important, and you will all hear me in a lot about this subject as we go through this series. So let's address the white elephant in the room. Before I went on this journey and understanding my condition, I loved anything and everything with sugar. Just couldn't get enough of it. Bad. We have refined sugars, which are processed sugars from sugarcane, corn, etc., but derived from a natural source. Then natural sugars. These are sugars that naturally occur in food like honey and fruits, also within carbs. And then we also have sugar substitutes, which are made from plant extracts using a chemical process. So, when I'm looking at food and what I'm eating, I always look at the sugar and the nutritional label and the amount added per 100 grams. For example, sugar 11.8 grams per 100 grams roughly, which is about 11.8%. There's been a worldwide change in the way food is now packaged and advertised, like 99% sugar-free, less than 1% sugar added. They use clever marketing strategies for the consumer. When I look at packaging and I see things like plant-based, vegan-friendly, gluten-free, well viewers, they need to substitute it with something to make it taste nice so we go back for more. Now, refined sugars, no good for autism. For one, it increases hyperactivity to the next level. It can impact the neurotransmitters, which will affect behaviour. Parents, watch out. Natural sugars will also have the same effect, but this is about understanding the amount present within. Look at fruit, for instance. Mangoes can have up to 45 grams per fruit, grapes 25 grams per cup, a medium apple 20 grams. These types of fruits will also have the same effect as high sugar intake. Packaged food from dry, frozen, etc. will show the content on the label, and some may say no added sugar. So, what have we done here to make it taste better? I wonder. We have just substituted it with artificial sugars like stevia, saccharin, monk fruit extract, which will help make the food sweet without using refined sugars. Look, we're not going to get away from sugar, but look at your intakes. As for me, I know I have had sugar in it. Affects my cognitive behaviours, hyperactivity, I get the shakes, cannot stay focused, and really heightens my autistic behaviour. I thought, oh no, what do I do now? So when I found all this out by experimenting, I sourced foods with low sugar, anything around less than 10 grams per 100 grams, and not refined sugars added worked for me, but preferably less than 5 grams. This can also become expensive when shopping at the store, so I looked at what can I make at home also. Autism, which I have, I believe has a heightened craving for sugar as it provides sensory stimulation, which is a good feeling, yeah? And sometimes we don't want to eat anything else that just isn't sweet. There is currently a lot of studies on this and the relationship with sugar and ASD behaviours. One article written by Warren Gowan, Sugar and Autism, I really enjoyed reading that, which I do recommend. So Warren quotes, like sugar impact on pandas, pediatric autoimmune neuropsychiatric disorders associated with streptococcal infections. Probably didn't get that right, but it was a mouthful. The connection has often been overlooked with pandas and autism, but the truth is, Sugar can wreak havoc on our bodies, especially for individuals with autistic children and adults alike. These symptoms include difficulties with socialising, sensory processing, fine motor skills, and concentration. Oh, it's happened to me a few times. So sugar is everywhere, and cravings for it can be hard to resist. We need to be vigilant and aware of hidden sugars in our foods. It's time to crowd out those sugar-loving microbes and create a complex and balanced gut environment that promotes the growth of beneficial bacteria. So by removing sugar from our diet, we can only improve our overall health, but also reduce the chance of streptococcus imbalance. It may not be an easy journey, but the rewards are worth it. So let's take a step forward for a healthier future, free from the grip of sugar cravings. But Warren also goes into detail, which for myself and a parent was well worth the read, as the article was written in July 23. And I actually did get a lot out of that, viewers. I started my personal journey over 7 years ago, and it was good to read we had similarities. My personal experience with sugar and the changes to my intake has been a game changer. Cravings have gone, my health better, not as impulsive, and can stay focused for longer. Well, viewers, enough of me rambling on about sugar, probably ruined your day. We will go over this more in other episodes. And, it's not all doom and gloom. No, there are some great foods out there. It's just knowing what to look for and just a bit of education around the right choice. But join me again when we discuss carbohydrates, carbs. Oh, by the way, did I mention I like coffee? Also, there is an ongoing research around autism and coffee intake. Anyway, viewers, it's coffee time. That's my bit of a naughty. That's good coffee. Well, viewers, thanks for joining me on this episode, and look forward to other ones with you. Please follow, like, subscribe, everything social media does, and appreciate it. And look forward to seeing you again.